Hello students, in this video I will continue some of the definitions and the terms. The first one is now ambidentate ligands. Ambidentate ligands. Ambidentate ligands. Now before giving the explanation, I will take some examples. Let me take first example, Cn minus. You know that Cn minus is a cyanide anion. It is a cyanide, correct? It can act as a ligand. That means you should be able to donate a pair of electrons. So carbon contains the electron pair. Also, the nitrogen contains electron pair. Either carbon can donate electron pair to the central metal atom, or nitrogen can donate electron pair to the central metal atom. But both the atoms will not donate at a time. Any one atom can donate. Okay. So these are the ligands which can ligate through two different atoms but one at a time. Now the names will be different. Cyanide is in general. Now this is called as the cyanido. This is known as the cyanido. If carbon donates electron pair, it is a cyanido. Okay. Or also called as the cyano. In the NCERT textbook, in one place they are given cyano and also they are given other case they are given cyanido. Okay. But cyanido repeated twice, I'll go for cyanido. Now what about this one? NC, reverse way. So this is called the isocianido. Isocianido. Okay. So ligands containing two different ligating atoms but only one donates at a time. Such type of ligands are called as the ambidentate ligands. Let me go for other example. Second example. We have got NO2 minus anion. This is in general nitrite. Nitrite. Okay. Either nitrogen can donate electron pair or oxygen can donate electron pair. Possible, but only one at a time. So let me write down nitrogen donating the electron pair to the central metal atom. The remaining atoms and bonds like this. Or oxygen can donate electron pair to the central metal atom. The names are different. Okay. So this is known as the first one is known as the nitrite becomes a nitrito. 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 Which atom donates? Nitrogen. So I'll write dash in. This is called as the nitrito. Nitrito or nitrito. Which one donates electron pair? Oxygen. Nitrito O. Okay. So how will you make out which one donates electron pair in the given complex? So in the given complex they write like this. Okay. NO2 and it can also be done as ONO. If you find in the complexes like this NO2 nitrito N, ONO nitrito O. Clear? Here also cyanido CN they'll write within the coordination sphere or within the isocyanido they'll write NC. So you can make out which is the cyanido, which is the isocyanido. Let me go for a third example. That is the SCN minus. Cn minus is a cyanide. Sulfur is there. Sulfurs are known as the thio. So it is a thiocyanide in general. Thiocyanide in general. Okay? Clear? So either sulfur can donate electron pair or nitrogen can donate electron pair. So here in the first case the name would be thiocyanato. Sulfur comes first. Sulfur donate. Thiocyanato. Thiocyanato. And the other one is called as the isothiocyaneto. 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 So this is about the ambidentate ligands. Clear? Right? The next term is a chelate ligand called as the chelate ligand. Let me take the example with a copper complex. Cu NH3 4 times and total charge is +2. Correct? Here, amine is the ligand. You study the types of the ligand, names of the ligand. Amine. nitrogen can donate electron pair. Okay. How many ligands are there? Unidentate ligand 4 in number. I'll go for one more example. I'll write Cu. I'll go for En. Okay. En is a didentate ligand. What is En stand for? Ethane. Ethane. 1, 2 diamine. Ethane 1, 2 diamine. So I'll require actually only 2 here. And the overall charge is also same, plus 2. Correct? So when I say didentate into 2 times, 4 donor atoms are there. Let me write the structure of that. We have got here central metal atom is copper 2 plus, correct? We have got copper 2 plus. Then ammonia, first one, second one, third one, and the fourth one. So these electron pairs are donated from the donated to the central metal atom to form the complex. Now see here all the ligands are unidentate ligands. Let me go for second complex, Cu2 plus. Then En stand for ethane 1, 2 diamine, CH2, ethane, diamine, NH2. Let me write like this, NH2 and NH2. Donates electron pair, donates electron pair. How many are there? 2 are there. Second one, CH2, CH2, NH2 and NH2. Donates electron pair like this. This also a complex. Now here in the second case we can have a ring-like structure. A ring-like structure. So here in this case, this is a chelate ligand. What do you mean by chelate ligand? Chelate ligand is either didentate ligand, tridentate ligand or polydentate ligand which makes use of 2 or more ligating atom from its ligand to the single metal atom. And this kind of complexes are formed of more stable complexes. These are more stable complexes. Remember, whenever chelate ligands are there, chelate ligands are those ligands which contains 2 donor atoms or more than 2 donor atoms per ligand and are donated to the single central metal atom. And such type of complexes, ring complexes, are more stable compared to those complexes in which unidentate ligands are present. Yeah. So this molecule En, okay, with the Cu is a stable complex. En is a chelating ligand. Remember, En is a chelating ligand. Either didentate, tridentate, hexadentate are called as the chelating ligand. They can form ring-like structure which are more stable. Clear? Right? So what is the definition of chelate ligand? It is a di or polydentate ligand which uses its 2 or more donor atoms to bind a single metal ion and forms a stable complex. Right? The next term is a coordination number Cn. Now what is coordination number? I will write down the definition first. It is the number of ligand donor atoms, ligand donor atoms, ligand donor atoms to which the metal is directly bonded, yeah, which means here now you have to calculate the number of donor atoms attached to the central metal atom. Okay, let me take some example. Let me take one side complexes, other side let me write down the coordination number. Let me start with a simple example. Cu NH3 4 times and the overall charge is plus 2. Correct? Which is the donor atom here? Nitrogen. How many nitrogens are surrounding the copper? 4. Therefore, coordination number is equal to 4. What is coordination number? Coordination number is nothing but number of donor atom directly attached to the central metal atom. Okay. Now go for PT. Cl6 total charge is minus 2. Cl is a chlorido ligand. Single donor atom is present in the ligand. So how many chlorines are attached or bonded to the platinum? 6. Therefore, coordination number is equal to 6. Let me take a Ni, NH3, 4 times. Overall charge is a plus 2. In the case of amine ligand, which is a donor atom, ligating atom, nitrogen. How many nitrogen atoms are attached to the nickel? So 4. Coordination number is equal to 4. Now next one is Fe, C2O4, thrice. Total charge is minus 3. Now what is the C2O4 actually? C2O4 actually 2 minus here. It is a oxalato, correct? It is a oxalato ligand. And oxalate ligand is a didentate ligand, correct? Didentate. Clear? That is a COO minus and a COO minus, correct? Here, oxygen donates electron pair. That means in one ligand, how many donor atoms are there? 2. Therefore, didentate. Into how many times? 3 times. Therefore, how many donor atoms are there altogether around the iron? 6 are there. 2 into 3, 6. Therefore, coordination number is equal to 6. Per ligand molecule, 2 donor atoms into 3 times. Therefore, it is a 6. Okay, right? Let me go for the last example. CO, En, thrice. Total charge is plus 3. What does En stand for? Ethane 1,2 diamine. This is the structure. Ethane 1,2 diamine. How many donor atoms are there? There are 2 donor atoms. Nitrogen donates, correct? The single En. Per molecule there are 2 donor atoms. Into how many times they are given? 3 times. Therefore, altogether how many donor atoms are there? 6. Therefore, what is the coordination number? 6. Coordination number is nothing but number of donor atoms of the ligand directly attached to the central metal atom. Clear? Right? Now, this coordination number determined by number of sigma bonds. Okay, it is determined by number of sigma bond. Number of sigma bond. Initially, coordinate bond is formed. Once the coordinate bond is formed, it is known as the sigma bond because we can't differentiate whether it is a sigma bond or it is a coordinate bond. So actually, after forming the coordinate bond, the bonds are called as the sigma bonds. Therefore, we have got here 6 coordinate bond, 6 sigma bond around the cobalt here. Correct? Therefore, coordination number is decided by the number of sigma bond. Suppose there are pi bonds. Pi bonds are not counted. Okay? To find out the coordination number. Clear? The next term is a coordination polyhedra. Polyhedra we are aware of different types, like we have got tetrahedron or tetrahedral, square planar, then we have got octahedral, correct, and goes on. So there are different types of geometry. So polyhedra is nothing but geometry we are going to speak about. We are going to speak about the geometry of the complexes. Now they are formed, okay? Or what is the coordination polyhedra? So we are arranging the ligand. You know that all these ligands are arranging around the central metal atom. They give rise to a particular geometry of the shape, okay? So it is a spatial arrangement. So it is the spatial. When I say spatial, it is in the space. Spatial arrangement. So spatial arrangement of, okay, ligand atoms or ligand itself, ligand atoms around the central metal atom, around the central metal atom. So I'm going to draw now some of the geometries, okay. Tetrahedral, let me go for the tetrahedral first. So I'm not going to draw the 3D structure, I'm going to draw only 2D structure on the paper here, okay. So let me take tetrahedral. When I say tetrahedral, the central atom is the metal, let me write N, and ligands, let it be capital letter L. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let me write ligand. You know the bond angle 109 degrees here, correct? So I will draw only the 2D shapes here. Next one is the square planar. Okay. So they form the square. So central metal atom in the center. then there are four ligands around it. Four ligands around the central metal atom. Now when you join the corners of these, we are going to get a square shape, and all these atoms are in the same plane. Therefore, they are called the square planar. Okay, they are called the square planar. Next one is the octahedra. Okay, octahedra. There is one central metal atom. Then there are four ligands in the same plane, like they form the square planar shape. Okay, so they have got square planar shape, right? Got square planar shape in the same plane. One is above the plane, other one is below the plane. Altogether, six ligands are there here. Tetrahedral, square planar, four ligands. Octahedral, we have got altogether how many ligands? Six ligands are there here. Clear? Right? Next one is trigonal, trigonal, bipyramidal, trigonal, bipyramidal, trigonal, bipyramidal geometry. We have got a central metal atom, trigonal. Okay, one, two, three. So these three ligands are forming the triangular shape in the same plane. Okay, triangular pyramid. We can construct the pyramid. One is above the plane, other one is the below the plane. So this is the trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Next one, last one, square pyramidal, square pyramidal, square pyramidal, square pyramidal. Okay. So central metal atom. Then there are four ligands like this. Ligand, second one, third one, fourth one. And this can form the square planar shape. Pyramidal. There should be one more. Okay. Either above the plane or below the plane. So let me write above the plane. So ligand. When I join the corners of this ligand with the remaining ligand, I'll get a pyramid shape. Base is which one? Base is a square, square pyramid. Base is a triangular, trigonal, triangular, bipyramidal it is. Right? Yeah. The next term is the oxidation number of the central atom. Let me take the simplest example. CuNH3 4 times and the overall charge is +2. Okay, right? You know that ammonia is a neutral. Ammonia is a neutral. No charge. So, the charge on the ammonia is taken as 0. That copper is remaining. So, copper to charge how much? +2. Which means copper 2 plus had reacted with the 4 ammonia to give CuNH3 4 and total charge is +2 now. Okay, correct? Now we will define this oxidation number on the central atom. Oxidation number on the central atom, nothing but the charge, is the charge possessed by the central atom without the ligand. Suppose there is no ligand, this is the charge possessed by. Okay, I'll take one specific example. Cu, Cn 4 times. Overall charge is how much? 3 minus. This is the overall charge. Clear? Now looking at this, I can't tell what is the charge on the copper. So we'll go for the first topic, redox reaction, wherein we write let the oxidation number of copper be X plus Cn is a foreign number, Cn. When I write Cn, it is a cyanide actually, anion. Cyanide minus means -1. So 4 into -1. Then there is a total charge -3. So therefore X minus 4 minus 3. X is equal to -3 plus 4. Therefore X is equal to how much? X is equal to +1. Which means copper exists at the +1 state. So +1 is the state without the ligand. With the ligands, total charge is -3. So oxidation number is the charge possessed by the central atom without the ligands. Therefore, we can also write copper within bracket Roman number 1. So this is a way of writing the oxidation number on the central metal atom. Clear? Right? And the last term we are going to study is homoleptic complexes and heteroleptic complexes. Okay, when I say homo means same, meaning is same. When I say hetero means different. Now what is same and what is different? Okay, now when I say same here, homo means same, means all Donor atoms are same. All donor atoms are same. All donor atoms are same. Here, different donor atoms are present. Donor atoms are present. Different donor atoms are present. Complex wherein all the donor atoms in the ligands are same. Here they have got different types of donor atom in different ligands. Let me take the example. I'll take a CO, NH3. Okay. Altogether 6 ligands. The unidentate 6 in number. Total charge is plus 3 in this case. Now see here. Now there are 6 ligands are there. Amine ligands are there. All the donor atoms same, nitrogen. Only one type of ligand is present. Such type of complex is called as homoleptic complex. Now what is heteroleptic? There should be two different types of ligands or donor atoms. Now I want to keep number of ligands same, 6 number only, but I'll have different types of ligand. So NH3, let it be 4 in number. I want one more unidentate ligand, let it be chlorido, but I'll write it 2 times. Now see here, how many types of donor atoms are there? 2 types. One is the nitrogen atom, other one is the chlorido. How many nitrogen atoms are donating? 4. How many chloridos are donating? 2. So the number remains the 6 only. So coordination number is 6. Coordination number of cobalt is 6. Coordination number of cobalt here also is equal to 6. But here there are two different types of ligands. Heteroleptic. Here the same type of ligand or donor atom homoleptic. Clear? So in this video, you have studied what are ambidentate ligands, what are chelating ligands, what is the coordination number of the central metal atom, what is the oxidation number of the central metal atom, and about the coordination polyhedra. Okay. Thank you for watching.